Fortnite servers are currently offline as Epic Games rolls out the new version 41.30 update, leaving players around the world staring at login screens, spinning loading icons, and error messages that refuse to go away. What began as a scheduled maintenance window has quickly turned into a noticeable global downtime, and the usual mix of anticipation, frustration, and dark humor is already flooding social media. According to reports, the downtime started in connection with the long-awaited version 41.30 update. On Down Detector, roughly 200 players in the United States alone flagged connection problems within a short period. That number may not sound enormous at first, especially considering the late hour in many regions, but the issue is clearly not limited to one country. Players from Europe, Asia, Latin America, and beyond are reporting the same inability to log in or stay connected. When a game as massive as Fortnite goes dark, the silence is felt almost everywhere at once. Epic Games and the official Fortnite status accounts have remained quiet so far. No detailed public statement has been released explaining the exact length of the outage or confirming when services will fully return. In the absence of official communication, community update pages and tracking accounts have stepped in to fill the gap. One popular Fortnite news page simply posted, "Downtime for the Fortnite version 41.30 update begins now. Stay tuned for any updates or news from this patch shortly." Another account offered a slightly clearer picture, stating that servers went offline and the update should arrive within the next 30 minutes, with the entire downtime expected to last around 4 hours. 4 hours is a fairly standard window for a Fortnite content update. The game has a long history of taking the servers offline for major patches so that new systems, map changes, balance adjustments, and seasonal content can be deployed cleanly. Still, knowing that the wait is temporary does little to ease the impatience of players who had already planned their evening around a few matches. Some were ready to grind ranked, others wanted to try new creative maps with friends, and many simply wanted to drop into a casual game after a long day. Instead, they are left waiting. As always happens during these outages, social media has become the main stage for collective frustration. Memes, sarcastic comments, and exaggerated complaints are appearing by the minute. One player captured the mood perfectly with a post that quickly drew attention. "Fortnite is down. By the way, I'm gonna go beat my boyfriend now because men are the cause of everything. XOXO. The joke is over the top, of course, but it reflects a familiar pattern. When the servers go down, players look for anything to fill the sudden empty space in their evening, and humor is usually the first tool they reach for. This cycle is nothing new for the Fortnite community. Every major update brings the same sequence of events. Days of speculation about what the patch might contain, a sudden announcement that downtime has begun, a wave of memes and complaints, and then the long wait for the message that the island is open again. Veterans of the gang have learned to treat these periods as temporary interruptions rather than disasters. Newer players, however, sometimes feel the downtime more sharply, especially if they only recently started playing or if they were in the middle of an intense session when the servers shut down. Until Epic confirms that the version 41.30 patch is fully live and stable, the best approach for players is simply to stay patient and keep an eye on reliable sources. Official Fortnite channels, trusted status trackers, and well-known community accounts will be the first places to report when the servers come back online. In the meantime, some players are using the free time to catch up on other games, watch streams, or simply step away from the screen for a while. Others are refreshing status pages every few minutes, hoping to be among the first to log back in once the update finishes deploying. If the 4-hour estimate holds, most players should be able to return to the game before the evening is completely over. Of course, these estimates are never guaranteed. Occasionally, an update takes longer than expected if unexpected technical issues appear during the rollout. On other occasions, servers come back earlier than announced. The only certainty right now is that the downtime is intentional, tied directly to the version 41.30 update, and temporary. For a game that has remained one of the most popular online experiences in the world for years, these brief periods of silence are almost part of the ritual. They remind everyone how large and complex Fortnite has become. Behind every new season, every map change, and every balance patch sits a massive technical operation that requires the servers to go offline.